They are literally waiting for you to get over there. And you know what this part is? All the failures, all the setbacks, all the I don't think so's, all of that. And it is your job to eliminate it and make yourself realize that this business is about sharing your heart. Something clicked in me the other day. And it's not about coming up with great content. It's not coming up with something to bring them in. How many of you came in here for a change, right? And that change was health and wellness, right? We all came in for weight loss, right? Agreed? We all came in because we thought we were fat and we saw somebody who looked great. And that is what initially brought us into the group, right? Right? But now you guys have all been in it for a while, and some of you guys are just in it now, but you probably already see it. It's not weight loss at all.
Absolutely.
It's not, let me say it again. It's not weight loss at all. It is about loving who you are. And the byproduct is getting past your quit zone. The byproduct is 10 pounds down, 20 pounds down, wearing a new outfit, the smile getting brighter because you're practicing self-love. I have no idea if Zoe went live today or not yet, but I had a great one-on-one with Zoe. And Zoe's actually going to get back into coaching. Zoe came in here moons ago, quit on herself, and came back for herself. And we had a really good conversation today. And I said, you need to coach because you have everything in you to succeed. Everything. And it's the lock-in for you to succeed. Could you imagine if you brought in one more person? Guys, I show up every day for that one more person. Every day. Do I have rock star abs? No. Have I slipped up a couple of times? Yes. But am I committed? Is that my slight edge? You damn right. And I'm thankful for those invites because it makes me show every single day. But here's the trick about being a great coach. And here's the trick about being fearless, about your tracker and your Rise Up binder. Guys, these are just things to make sure you did this, okay? That's all it is. But if you tell a story about where you sit in the pocket of your life and then get conversations behind the scenes, that's where it's at. That's where it's at. Guys, I'll tell you right now, when I go behind the scenes and I'm talking challenge packs to people, you know what I say to them? You can buy the $39 challenge pack if you want, but I'm leading with the challenge pack because it's what sold me and kept me 4 years strong. That's not a lie. That is my truth, right? And so I'm going to help them, but I'm going to be honest and I'm going to be real. Because let me tell you, a lot of people these days are not real. They're not honest. They're too damn scared to tell you what you need. Okay? It has to come from your heart. Don't worry about anything else. Because here's our presentation tonight. Fear about an invite? Guys, we have the easiest job in the world. The hardest part, and how many of y'all can agree, it's after you said yes. Is it not the hardest job? After you said yes.
Yeah.
It's the trying to start getting on your containers, but you just can't get into them. It's trying to get on your Shakeology, but you had to delay it a month because you kept it at the doorstep. It's not getting into the challenge group because you're too afraid what people think. Guys, saying yes and purchasing a challenge pack is easy. It's our jobs afterwards that make us coaches. So the pyramid scheme that people claim that we have, guys, a pyramid scheme is just you selling challenge packs and selling them and doing nothing more. The real work comes in when I text Christina and I say, let's go. Or when I call Sharona and I say, is everything okay at home? Right? That's coaching. That's heart. That's where our job is. Isn't that more rewarding? Amen to that. Amen to that. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. And I want you guys to open up your hearts. I want you to open up your minds. And I want you to open up why you care so much to help one more and why you care so much to helping yourself achieve your
Some of my
greatness.
best ideas come when I'm dreaming.
This is the moment you make a decision. What's it going to be? Your pride or your purpose? What are you doing this for? What drives you? What do you really want to accomplish? What are you chasing? This is your moment. Make a decision. What is it going to take for you to look within yourself? Your passion, your ambition, your desire to be the best.
The hardest thing to accomplish in any dream or any goal, it's not the dream or the goal.
Mom, I will be done in 30
The hardest thing is believing in yourself and that you are worthy of that dream, of that goal. The dream, the goal, you're not waiting on it. It's waiting on you. Everything you've ever desired, everything you've ever wanted, is waiting on you. You have to wake up to your dreams. You have to wake up to your desires. Most importantly, you got to wake up to your purpose, because it's laying dormant. Every decision you make from this moment forward, it's got to mean something. It's got to be personal. And sometimes in life, you got to understand, there's many people that don't want you to succeed, but you can't focus on them. You got to focus on being better today than you were yesterday. The only competition you ever gonna have is the person you see in the mirror. Because if you're looking for competition outside of yourself, that's fear. And you know what fear is? Fear is illusion. It's what you convince yourself what fear represents. And the same energy you put into fearing is the same energy you can put into believing in yourself, creating the life you want, creating the dreams you want. It's all about perspective. What you see, what you hear, and what you say will create your life. What you need to realize is everything you want, you already have it.
I think that might be one of my favorite things that now I officially, when I wake up in the morning, listen to. Well, as soon as I open my eyeballs, with one eyeball open in the last couple of days, I have been putting my finger right onto YouTube. And let me just fix that real quick. Hold on. Getting into YouTube and listening to that very first thing in the morning. Because what we put in the first 5 minutes of our day matters greatly as coaches, because we have to get the clutter out. Very important. If we can exercise that and be the representation, guys, our Team Epic Journey will accelerate. Our challengers need the best versions of leaders, and all a coach is you go first. That's all it is. We just go first and we invite. So let's go into invites. Are you guys ready? All right, let's do that. All right, here we go again. Let me share my screen again. All right, so here we are. Let me see if I can fix this. Present. Okay, so here we are. Why? Okay, let me see if I can get this to, hold on. Let me just see if I can fix this a little bit. Okay, hold on. I'm still, hey, I'm very new, so I just got my slide presentation, just have figured out how to do this. Hey now. So, hold on. Okay, so why does fear take over, and how do we get over that hump? Okay, So many of us are so afraid to go through that checklist, right? And we get through that checklist and we're just, oh, I can do my workout. Oh, I can do my Shakeology. Oh, I can do this. And we don't do what scares us first, which in the land of Beachbody is kind of your rite of passage, is the invite. It's also the follow-up, but your money is in the follow-up. So your invite is the seed being planted. And you have to realize the mentality going into an invite is you are a farmer. You are not going to get a yes out of the gate. Don't expect that. Let go of that expectation. You are offering a gift. Before you do invites, you have to connect to why our group is amazing. What makes our group strong? And where does that come from? You, your why, your experience, your heart. My invites, the way you get over the fear is to downright, I'm sorry, it's plain and simple, do it, get over it fast. Because the way you get over it is just by doing it. But here's what I want to share with you guys about this. Invites is teamwork. It is strictly about teamwork. And here's what I want to tell you guys. There are so many of us on this call tonight, which is amazing, might I just add. But when I'm at home by myself, it can seem a little lonesome that you're sitting at the bottom of your bed or in your office, or maybe you're at Wegmans like me and you're alone, right? And you're sitting there and you have your Rise Up book and you have your Success Club tracker and you're sitting there and you forget your why. So then you just don't post. You don't show up. You ghost on your goals. And some people will message me back and say, I'm so sorry, I'm disappointing you. You're not disappointing me. You're disappointing your goals. Because I know I'm showing up every day to my goal. Do you know the difference, right? I want you to show up to your goal. There are people sitting on this call tonight that have major things happening that if they don't shit or get off the pot, it's going to be bad. Okay? That's the reality that we live in. And the question becomes, do you want to have fear sit there and riddle you? Or do you want to lean in with a team and say, you know what? If I just get off my keister and realize that coaching is a lot of people doing little things, I could build team volume. I could get personal volume. I can get paid. I can get healthy. And I can inspire somebody to get off their keister too. Because if I need it, they need it. Right?
Yeah.
This is very different. I want you guys to hear me. This job is about team. And I love team. How many of you love team? Raise your hands because I can see you. How many of you love team? I love team. You know why? Because when I sit there at Wegmans and I know that I can help my family with $100 extra and I can create team volume for you guys to get paid, I'm showing up. You know what I mean? I'm showing up because I want to give myself the dream. I want to give you the dream, us the dream, we the dream. This is team. When I saw Melanie Mitra the first time at Coach Summit and she won top coach, do you know how many people were behind her? Hundreds. It's not one. It's many. Many. And if we can get more of us and we all helped at least one person every single month, do you guys realize what we're doing? We're building an empire. We're creating a legacy. We're leaning in together. And we're saying, come with us, we got you. Because let me ask you this question. Have I ever let anybody here down on you? And if I have, I want to know. But I don't think I have. I don't want you to let yourself down any longer. It is not going to help us worrying. But if we do teamwork, guys, here's the best part about an invite. See this girl right here? And we're so afraid to do an invite. We don't have the right words. We don't know what to say. So we're just not going to do them. I don't know who to invite. Sharona put it very great. She had a great formula. It's post equals conversations. Conversations equals relationship. Relationships equals an invite. Invite equals an opportunity. Now or later, okay? So we're going to use this girl here, and she is a friend of mine, actually. And I'm going to use her for an example. To the left is her week 1 of the Ultimate Portion Fix. She was invited. Do you think 4 weeks later she would be sitting there with her results if she wasn't invited? Let me tell you another version of this girl right here. She was afraid to reach out to the coach that she was admiring. And she was praying to God that the coach was going to reach out to her and invite her. But guess what? The coach was afraid to reach out to her. So everybody's afraid, right? So if we're all afraid, how cool is that to know? And how cool is it to take your fear and go into Messenger and say, you know what? I don't even know why I'm freaking nervous to invite you. This crap is changing my life. You got to join our Sweat Sanity Challenge group. Can I share you into the Flash Challenge? Can I share you into the coaching opportunity? Can you sneak a peek into this? I don't care if you do it or not, but I want you to look at it because it's changed my life. And I want it to possibly change yours, either today, 5 months from now, or 5 years from now. I want you to see this so you can see and ask me. Do you see the difference when we talk about it this way? And can you feel what it would be like to bring somebody in? I'll tell you what right now. Like you guys right here, all of you have had epic results. And let me tell you something really quickly. I was afraid to invite you. These women right here would never had a shot at an opportunity to end their depression, end their anxiety disorders. One of these women in here is sorry, it gets me emotional. One of these women in here was bulimic. And we're afraid to invite. Guys, the behind the scenes conversations that we have with customers is real life issues. Divorce, trauma, eating disorders, low self-esteem, rape, molestation. Guys, I can list it, go on and on and on and on and on. We can't be afraid to invite anymore. We got to set women free. We got to offer a platform because the easiest thing is an invite. The hardest thing is for them to say yes. What are coaches? See all these hands? I love this. This is my favorite. We help. We just help. We help. Guess what's so cool about all these hands? All these hands that you see here, they're not experts. They don't have certificates. They don't have college degrees. They are women with hearts that wanted to change their lives. They joined a challenge group and they said, you know what? If Stacy's helping, I want to help. And then that person asks another person and another person and another person, and then all these hands form. Could you imagine all of us on this call tonight having one extra person come on and we doubled this call? That's all it takes. You plus 2. That's all I ever say every month. Me plus 2. Me plus 2. Me plus 2. But what the real thing is when you lean into this help, you're leaning into why it's helping you. No surface level. That's not a connection. That's not relatable. You got to go deep. You want to be real. You want to be the 10% that says the real stuff and not the other that just says the surface level stuff. So coaches are many hands helping as many people as possible. And here's the thing, guys. You're going to have people come and go in this business. You're going to have people who sign up today and quit tomorrow. And you're going to go, what the hell happened? And it wasn't your fault. You offered it. It just wasn't their time. But you're still going to be their friend, and you're still going to offer help, and you're still going to invite them 2 months down the road to come back. Why? Because we're coaches and we care and we're on our journeys. So why not come back? So I want to leave with us tonight about the why. And I asked you guys this before we started the call. Why is coaching so important? What's so cool about it for you? So I'm going to unshare the screen. And I want the rest of this call tonight to really be open up. You guys can unmute and let's just open, because this is about us as a team. So it's not just me shooting the stuff. But I had these thoughts tonight about invites, and I really said to myself, what is it that I can help my team, my girls who are doing so well on their fitness journeys? How can I help them invite one more? So let's talk about fear. How afraid are we? What can you do to combat it? And did tonight's call help you see that we have the easiest job to invite? And can you relate that to yourself? Is that relatable? Was it easy for you to say yes to a challenge pack? And was it hard for you to actually go in and be a challenger? Because for me, that's true. Let's open it up. What do you guys think? What's going through your minds right now?
All right, I'll say something.
There we go.
Well, first off, fear has been on my mind all day. So my posts and Facebook and Instagram stories have been about that. I don't know.
And by the way, can I shout you out for your Instagram stories? You're doing great on that, and be super proud of yourself.
Well, thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
But I think tonight, I didn't put it in my regular post, but I did put it in our group. But I actually showed my belly because that is a fear of mine.
I saw that.
And that's just one step closer for me because, I'm telling everybody else to not fear things. And I needed to do my uncomfortable fear thing. And it was to show my fat belly. You know what I mean?
And how did you feel right before you did that? I'm plugging my computer in.
I was very nervous, but my fat belly is not as fat as it used to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
yeah.
I'm extremely proud of that. So
yes.
That was just one step closer to me not being so fearful of sharing.
That's great. That's great. And so let's talk about the after. How did it feel after to do something really scary? The before, the during, and the after. So the before, you were really nervous, right? You're like, and then you're doing it. In that moment that you were doing it, did you feel a sense of freedom coming over you?
I did. And I've had some comments from, a couple of the newer girls or whatever. And I mean, it just made me feel good that they're just I can't believe you just did that. That's awesome. But I had one girl's like, I'm not going to do it yet. And I was like, well, you just do it. But we need to do I always just say we need to do the uncomfortable, to get yourself out,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's true. And, I think this is part of your growth. And see, that's what you share. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see the difference? Yeah. Don't sit there and remember I told you guys a while back when I went to therapy, I just kept going to therapy and I was just becoming a book of knowledge. I wasn't a person of action. Mm-hmm. You just have to be a person of action, period. Everybody here knows exactly what to do. And everybody here, I know, is tired of certain circumstances. So the only thing that's left to do is we just do it, right? We just stop and say, I'm part of Team Epic Journey. I am a team player. I need to put in my teamwork so not only can I rise, but we can rise. And then the question becomes, have I ever leaned into a team to see it rise? For me, the answer was no for a long time. But when I watched people, I was like, why can't I? Oh, it's the stuff that I'm putting through my mind again. Yeah. That's what's getting in my way. And so I'm really excited, you guys, also too, for Morning Meltdown 100. I'm really hoping you guys can all sincerely purchase this. You have until the 16th. It's $52 for the Coach Base Kit. But I really want to gear our group to having all of us do Morning Meltdown starting July 29th. Our Team Epic Journey hasn't done a program all of us together yet. And I know when I did this with 80 Day Obsession over a year ago, it was my best results yet. Now, some of those results have slipped away because life has slipped away. But that's life, right? That's life. But I'm ready for our team and these people that are still scared to get on board with us. And I'm asking you guys if you will be willing to consider just thinking about getting this Coach Base pack and leaning in with me. It'll be July 29th until November. 100 workouts. Has anybody here committed to 100 workouts? I haven't. And I think if we did this, and also too, because we are on a coach call, my business catapulted when I went all in. I showed everybody every step of the way. I showed them when I made my purchase. I showed them when I bought my first jar of Energize. I showed them when I did this. And every day I showed them what I was doing and then how my body was transforming. But I showed them how I was feeling more than anything. And that's when people were like, okay, done watching you. I want in, right? That's how.
Hey, Stacy.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, this is Heather.
Hey, babe.
Hey, so just to kind of, if you don't mind, to add into that real quick.
Go ahead.
So I'm a very quiet person, and even at work, I stick to my reception desk. That's my area, and I just kind of stay there.
Right.
And I don't open up a whole lot at work. And so me and my boss had a one-on-one today. And she asked me how I was doing and things, and I'm like, yeah, life is great. Things are good. We've got people coming in. The overtime is over. I'm happy. I'm good. So then she just happened to say, she asked me how life was going, and I was kind of telling her about, that I just completed a week of the clean week, and I told her about our talk a little bit. And I said, the one thing that Stacy said to me was be a leader. And I said, oh God, that hit me hard. What's a leader? What is that?
Right.
So so she asked me more about the Beachbody. She goes, I've heard about it. And I have seen people with amazing results. And I said, well, she goes, and I really thought about joining. And I said, well, you can under me because I'm a coach. And she looked at me and she goes, excuse my language, she goes, are you shitting me right now? The most quietest person in the world that won't mingle with anybody.
Oh my gosh.
And you're a coach.
That's awesome.
And I said, yeah, I am. So then she said, well, what are you guys doing? And so I told her about the MM100, that was getting ready to come out. She goes, if you do it, I'll do it. I was like, oh my God, what the hell? Oh my God. So then she said, but I need something that is going to be for beginners. And she knows about all my injuries. And I literally, in my work clothes, took off my shoes and showed her what a 230-pound woman in her 40s looks like doing this squat, burpee, jump in her office right there.
That's
she's all, I'm sold, I'm in. So that was going beyond fear right there. I would have never done such a thing in my life.
And how did that make you feel?
I walked out and my heart was pounding and I thought I was going to choke and puke and all of the above. But it happened. Like, I had no control over that.
I love it. I love it. And I will help you with this person. Don't you worry. But what I love is that, see what would have happened if you stayed quiet because you were afraid.
Right. Which is my normal.
Yeah. So when I tell you guys, be your own leader and be your loud voice and get into like all of you guys, everybody here on this call has gone live multiple times on Team Epic Journey. So what that shows you is this is a calling. This is your natural, higher power, universal, whatever you want to call it, gift.
Exactly.
And now it's what you do with it. So I think that is fantastic. And it's moments like that that make you realize we have to be afraid, but we have to just do it anyways, because it's not about us. It's not about us. It's about them and their needs. So we just have to invite and we have to be fearless. And look how casual that was. That was an invite. It was like, oh, I'm just doing this. And then she showed her a move. So not only, and if nothing happens out of this and she doesn't even sign up, you gained confidence today.
Right. Yeah.
And you gained acceptance of who you are because you showed her how to do a burpee. and even with your setbacks. So what I hear is a lot of things from one moment. And that's what this is all about. It's just moments that we're giving to people. So thank you for sharing that. And I will help you get all that set up. I need to do your EFT, and I put that in Messenger. So hopefully you got that. And then I'll help with you after you set your EFT up, because I want to make sure your online banking is set up so you're good to go. Because that's
okay. Perfect.
okay. The other thing too, you guys, is this is the book that we're going to start reading on July 29th. It's 100 Days to Brave. And each page is very short. Like this is day 1. See how short it is? Day 1, bam. So they're very short reads, but I thought this would be really cool to take Morning Meltdown 100, because they're 20, 30-minute workouts. There's modifiers. You can finish in more than to 100 days. You can double up if you want. You can finish whenever you want. But I'm going to encourage you guys to do this with me. Again, you don't have to. You are the CEO of your own destinies, and it is whatever you choose. But I always say, let's go back to that one side of teamwork. If we lean in, we can really change some lives. But more importantly, it's about you guys and you sharing your journey, because every one of you, I want to see you gain your goals. That's what I care most about. I care most about everybody here on this call and who's going to be on this call in the future. So I want you guys to get connected before you come up with a post. Ask yourself, does that feel real and authentic? If you get a nervous, fluttering feeling, which is like a no, don't post that, right? If it is heart and you're like, it just flows, that's what you post. Sometimes they're long, sometimes they're short, sometimes they're medium rare. But remember, ask yourself every day, is what I'm doing from the heart, am I serving? Because not every person is going to be a Beachbody person. Some people might be your greatest supporters. Some people might be your greatest inviters. Some people might just be the people that tell you, God, they love you so freaking much. So how cool is that you have many platforms? So we're helping a lot of people. So I want you guys to sit on that tonight. I want you guys to marinate on the easiest thing we have to do is inviting. The hardest thing for them is to say yes and continue on. I love you guys so very much. I hope this call inspired you. I hope this call made you think and get out of your head for a moment and connect with your heart. And I also want to welcome you guys into creating your vision boards and looking at it every day and watching that Chris Downing video every day, something repetitious that you only need a few moments to connect to your soul and get out of the mind. Because when you connect to the soul, that's where all of our magic comes from. And our businesses will catapult because we are servants. We are giving. Give, 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 give. That's it. And it will come back to us. So give as much as you can, but make sure you leave your cup full for you. All right, guys. I love you. Good night. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.